And the other day my maths teacher asked the class that if we're going to do HCF and LCM today. And let me tell you this, 95% of the class had zero idea what we were talking about. I mean, come on, a random amount of letters. Come on, man. So today we're going to learn what these two words mean, HCF and LCM. Let's start with this word HCF. It stands for highest common factor. Also, pardon my horrible handwriting. I know I'm horrible at my handwriting. I know, I already know. So what is a common factor? Let's start with these two words, common factor. We'll move on to highest later. Let's pick two numbers. Let's pick 18 and 30. Okay, so we have 18 and 30 here. So to find the highest common factor, well, a highest common factor is a number that 18 and 30 both can divide by to give a whole number. Well, obviously we've got to find the highest one then. So what we're going to do is put them in a little table, which I'm going to show you right now. So you're going to put 18 and we're going to put 30. We're going to make a little table like this. Now we know even numbers are divided by 2. So we're going to pick a number that can divide both of these numbers. So we got 2 here, and 2 times 9 is 18 and 2 times 15 is 30. Now we have 9 and 5. Now a little trick to use. Say you got 15. I don't know if it's divisible by 3 or not. What you're going to do is you're going to add these two numbers, 1 and 5. If they give a number that is divisible by 3, for example 1 and 5, 1 plus 5 gives 6. So if 6 is divisible by 3, then 15 will also be divisible by 3. Okay, so we'll divide this by 3. 3 times 3 is 9 and 3 times 5 is 15. Now 3 and 5 cannot be divided by each other, so we're going to take these two numbers, 2 and 3, and we're going to times them together. 2 times 3, which gives us 6. That is our highest common factor. Now, sometimes teachers give you some absolutely horrible numbers. For example, let's take two absolutely horrible numbers, 5 and 3. Sorry, 5 and 8. My bad memory. My very, very bad memory. I'm so sorry. If you put 5 and 8 in a table, you're gonna find that there's no number that you can divide both of them by. These absolutely horrible numbers are called co-prime numbers. Co-prime numbers. Okay. Now, if a teacher does give you something like this and he or she asks you to find the HCF of these numbers, you are going to play it very smart. Now, you know 1 is divisible by any number, like any number in the world. Okay, one can divide any number in the world. So if a teacher asks you what's the HCF of 5 and 8, you will be very, very sneaky and you'll say 1, because 1 is divisible by one can divide every single number in this whole wide world. I'm sorry for my speech errors. I know it is very horrible. You are probably way better. Okay, so this is HCF. Also, I forgot to tell you guys, you can do it for more than 2 numbers. So let's say we have 8, 20 and 24. You can do these for these 3 numbers. So you're just going to put them in a table like we did before. You're going to put them in a nice table. You're going to find the number that is the highest one. So you can, it doesn't have to be the highest, but you can just choose any common factor. We'll just start with 2 here. 2 times 4, 10 and 12. Now we're going to do 2 again because it's all even numbers still. 2, 5 and 6. Now 2 and 6 are divisible together, but 5 is not, so we're going to leave it there. 2 and 2. 2 times 2, as probably everybody knows, is 4. So that is our highest common factor for these 3 numbers. Now let's move on to LCM. It stands for least common multiple. Okay, so what does this mean? let's pick our favorite numbers again. What was it? 18 and 30. Okay. Should we just go with something a bit easier this time? I don't know. 7 and 10. Alright, let's start easy. Okay. So we have 7 and 10 here. Least common multiple means the smallest number that is in both of these numbers times table. So we need to find a number. Let's call it x. We will talk about algebra later, but just call that number x. X should come in 10's timetable and 7's timetable. How do we find that? Now, the good thing is that we don't have to learn a new table. We can put it in the same table as before. Let's see. So 7 and 10 don't divide by each other. However, you can use a very sneaky trick in LCMs. You don't have to find a number that is divided by both. You can find a number that is only divided by that only divides one of these. So let's take 7. Now 7 does not divide 10, but 7 does divide 7 to give 1. Now we're gonna keep 10 the same. Then we're gonna take 10 because obviously 10 divides 10. So we're gonna keep that 1 the same, and then we're gonna have 1 here. So now to find the LCM, we are going to times these two numbers together. Yes, these two. So 7 times 10 is 70. That is our LCM. And this is true because you see 70 comes in 7's timetable and 10's timetable. So this is the perfect number. Okay? And there is no catch for this as far as I'm aware. And let's say we get 8, 20, and 24 are HCF numbers, and we need to find the LCM of 8, 20, and 24. So let's say LCM of 8, 20, and 24. So these are two absolutely horrible numbers. I know, it looks absolutely horrible. Because, you know, they're supposed to be for HCFs, bro. Like, come on. It's like asking Ronaldo to play cricket. 8, 20, and 24. I'm sorry if my jokes are too cringe, by the way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if my jokes are too cringe. Okay, let's start with 2. Oh my god. 2, 4, dang, ding, ding. I mean, come on, do I need to go over this again? If I do, then just, you know, go watch the video. Go, like, I don't know, 3 minutes back and watch the video. Watch that part of the video again. So let's go again to what goes in here? Yeah. Okay. So now we are stuck at 2, 5, and 6. Now what we can do here is have a little 2 here. We can do 2 divided by 2 is 1. 2 doesn't divide by 5 to give a whole number, so we can just leave 5 as it was. And for 6 we can put obviously 3. Now we can do 3 separately, and we can leave the rest of the numbers alone. Okay. Oh my god, what am I doing? We can divide 3 like that. Good. And the 5, we can do it separately. Right? We can do numbers separately in LCM. It's no big deal. Now we have 3 2s, 3s, and 5s. So we have 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Okay. So we can do 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. 24 times 5 is 24, 48, 120. So 120 is our LCM. It is fine if you want to use a calculator to do 24 times 5. That's absolutely okay. I believe every other teacher should let you do that. And even if they don't, then you can just do 24 times 5. 5 times 4 is 20. 0, 2 carry over. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 2, 12. 120. Easy. You know, we are smart people, aren't we, guys? So that is that. So I hope you find this video helpful, and if you need any more help, then go watch this video again, or you can also comment down below and I'll try my best to answer. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share. Thank you.